Hey everyone, welcome to our channel. Today's story will leave you yearning for more. Juliet heard, but remained silent, gazing out the window. Ollie prepared a cozy room for her sister, then hurried to pick up the kids. As she left, she happily gave her sister a hug, while Juliet felt a bit out of place in this unfamiliar environment. She quietly explored the room and found an old man in the attic study. Juliet apologized for her presence, but the old man just smiled casually. On their way back, Ollie reminded the kids not to disturb their aunt, as she was a bit worn out. However, Lily courteously greeted Juliet and invited her to her room. Mom quickly nixed that idea, saying the old man upstairs was Luke's dad. He had a stroke 3 years ago and was a bit out of it, which made Luke look a bit grumpy during meals. After all, Juliet's past upset her, while Lily cluelessly pursued her aunt about it. Eventually, she was silenced by Luke's reprimand. Later that night, Juliet sat at the window, lost in thoughts of memories that wouldn't fade. Luke worriedly asked how long she'd be. She admitted not staying long, but quickly surrendered to Ollie's frost. Every 15 days, Juliet checks in at the police station. She joins Ollie to drop Lily at school. However, Juliet didn't get out at the school gate, Ollie explaining to her sister why she hadn't visited for so long. Back then, Ollie often wrote to her sister until their father said she was gone. Since Ollie was young, she believed her dad. It wasn't until recently a community worker called. That's when Ollie learned her sister was alive, though Juliet didn't expect anything from anyone. Ollie kept murmuring the community workers were right. The local sheriff wasn't hard on Juliet. The sheriff was quite pleased to hear she was staying at her sister's, since family was super important to Juliet. After a quick chat, the sheriff had her sign the report. Ollie was a teacher at a well-known university. The sisters planned post-class coffee at the cafe across the street, where Juliet met Ollie's colleague Michelle. At the cafe, the sisters reminisced about past events. Ollie recalled Juliet picking her up from school when they were young. While Ollie had some memories, there were others she couldn't even recall at all. This puzzled Ollie a bit, especially since Lily frequently felt annoyed looking after her sister. She asked Juliet if she was really Mom's sister and wondered if Juliet took care. After Aunt confirmed it, she relaxed a bit more and shared her toys, computer, and even her diary with Juliet. She even sweetly asked to read her poems, but closed off. Juliet seemed a million miles away. The community workers frequently visited Juliet and were glad she had a sister like Ollie. After all, many newly released convicts are homeless. They set her up with a factory secretary job. They handed her the boss business card and made sure to tell Juliet to reach out if she had any questions. Even though the workers were chatty, Ollie thought they were really nice, especially since they helped her with all the issues when she adopted her 2 infant boys. Juliet was completely baffled by Luke and Ollie's feelings, be confused by why they couldn't have kids at all. But Ollie explained that it was solely due to her own unwillingness to have children, which made Juliet feel both upset and laden with guilt. While what she did didn't need an explanation to anyone, it clearly affected her sister. The next day, Juliet went for her factory interview, but the boss was brutally direct, seriously asking who Juliet had killed. She could hardly believe this woman in front of her. Maybe only a monster could actually kill their own 6-year-old, she angrily told Juliet to get lost. So Juliet lost the job, sitting lonely on a bench, enveloped in coolness. A long heel scar seemed to tear open again, even though her sister had bought her plenty of new clothes. Yet Juliet still wore that drab old coat, her heart closed off and her expression frozen. At the zoo, Lily saw a monkey in a cage and casually said prisons were for bad people, not animals. Ollie got nervous and scolded Lily loudly. Juliet understood she feared Lily's hurtful words. The reasons behind Juliet killing her son puzzled not only Ollie, but also her husband Luke. Whenever the topic was brought up, Ollie's emotions immediately became quite agitated, and during that weekend, several of Ollie's colleagues specifically came over to her house for dinner. They were all sports fans and had a lively discussion, which excited Juliet as she joined in. Michelle tentatively chatted with Juliet, keeping the conversation light. The family enjoyed a pleasant weekend, and Juliet slowly began to notice the beauty around her. The next morning, Juliet cleaned up the battlefield, then knocked on Luke's father's door. The old man didn't refuse, smiling faintly. In prison, Juliet often kept a book by her pillow. This helped her sleep peacefully. In this walled-off place, it felt as if she had never truly existed. The old man listened with kind eyes. Human emotions flowed like a gentle stream, quietly nurturing her heart, which was already full of wounds. Today was another day for Juliet's check-in at the police station, and she was quite familiar with the sheriff by now. The sheriff brewed coffee for Juliet while chatting casually. He had a lovely daughter, but she was taken far away by his ex-wife after their divorce. When night fell, she would be home alone watching TV, and every program would break her heart. After the incident had passed, Juliet deliberately sought out Holly to have a chat about her parents and friends. Her father got cancer after Juliet's prison, but angry, never informed her. Her mother developed Alzheimer's 4 years after her father's death and lives in a nursing home arranged by Holly. Subscribe.